So, but in order to do that, you need to have Pokemon Home and Pokemon Go.
I actually think I now know where it's based off, that Metal design, and I probably am wrong with this. But have you ever heard of the game Earthbound?
I've heard of it. It was one that never got like an English translation, and I'm possibly mixing up a couple of different series, but was there like a kid with a baseball bat in it?
You're kind of half right on all counts. Like Earthbound, did have 2 games ported, which were called Earthbound, but the third game in the series was called Mother 3, and that never got ported in the States.
So that's the reason I wouldn't know it. Smash Bros had a character
called Ness.
Called Ness, yes, and it was what was Ness from.
Yes, that's it.
And that is the height that I know of it. That there's a character called Ness. He has a baseball bat, and you don't want to get hit by it. Hey, you finally made it across.
Not there in the end, yeah. But yeah, that was. There's a character in the first Earthbound, and I think maybe in the second one, called Astronaut, and he looks exactly like the Mega. Did you hear me? Dynamax Metal, and I think I feel like that's intentional, but I don't want to be kind of slanderous about it, because it's a very nice design in its own right, but I'd be happy to say it's a coincidence too. I wouldn't think they'd stick in a fucking Earthbound reference just with a crack,
You never know. There are some games that some Nintendo IP only that cross references against each other. There was one of the 3D Marios on the 3DS, and it had a puzzle room in it. And when you lined up all of the lanterns, it played the Zelda "You Figured It Out" music. So. Oh no! Yeah, exactly. There are some little references like that do work. I'm sure you look at I know you're still kind of on the fence with a lot of these Zelda games, but there was Link's Awakening had Mario enemies in it, and their attitude was it was written as an after school game. There's an after school club in Nintendo wrote the game there, and they just didn't ask permission for the assets.
Yeah,
and they just said, "Look, this isn't going to go beyond us." So,
we're not selling it, so who cares?
Oops.
Boy, were they wrong?
No, absolutely.
We're getting killed here, by the way, by sheer cold.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
It's fucking terrible. Way too accurate.
Sheer Cold is what, a one-hit kill move that's based on level difference?
Yeah, it's if you're higher level, then it'll play off, but if you're lower level, you won't. It will fail. But even then, it still has a certain level
terrible
of
accuracy normally.
Yeah. But the accuracy is still a function of the levels too. So the higher level, the bigger the ratio between you, the better the accuracy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't think I've bothered with one-hit kill moves since we were doing the Madness plays, the Pokemon Madness, and that was how I blasted through a load of Gen 1. Was
that was kind of the reason for it too. It was that would kind of make sense for it. Nowadays, you're kind of you wouldn't get a chance to use it now.
If anything, you have more of a reason to use it now because it's a lot easier to overlevel.
No, well, that too, but I'm more thinking along the lines of it's too much of a risk now that you have more moves to work with, Yeah. You're better off having a much lower leveled move that will almost certainly hit, rather than having this thing that will probably win the game for you, but is never gonna fucking hit, considering that you're gonna be at reset levels anyway.
Yeah.
Unless it's gimmick.
So anyway.
So this is the final trial now, the trial of truth.
Okay.
We're gonna be asked a lie. This statement is false. It's shit. I thought I had this one.
Right.
So yeah, as you can tell, we are grotesquely under leveled for this type of nonsense.
Yeah.
We really are. It's not even funny.
Like back whenever we were trying to do this live recording, that I was suggesting that you take a bit of time to up our levels before we continue.
Boy, I should have
back whenever we were running away from a Holocaust, from a Chernobyl.
Holocaust. Yeah. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, it's just really cold, apparently.
Therefore, you'll tell the truth.
Because only through freezing cold temperatures will lies freeze themselves.
Well, the truth will set you freeze.
Indeed. Oh, fuck. That's going to be the title of the video, isn't it? Damn it, Nordy. Oh. You know, I'm actually quite happy with that. I'll let you have that one. So right, this is a new one, I think.
I think it is, but I'm still going to guess it's ice electric.
It's ghost type. I know. I think it's fire. Ghost? Fire ghost.
Fire and ghost. That's strange.
Yes. It's one of those, like, it's supposed to be like an elemental. You know, kind of like how like Cryogonal is like an ice elemental, or like like based off one. This is the same gimmick.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's a one and done. There's no evolution to it. It is just this like here's your I don't know, what's a good example? Your Sableye, I guess.
Yeah, here's your Drodagon kind of you know.
Yes, that's a good comparison. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you'll never see it again outside of this section.
That's it. Yeah. Again, there's a lot of Pokemon like this in this game, and like Pokemon you'd like. Yeah. Then you just skip over because you just like you've missed the one patch of grass they live in, you know. Yeah. You'd argue like they could have done with a bit more map space on that for certain types, but sure, no point critiquing a game that's like that's already been one and done and like cease and desisted. So you know we might as well just enjoy it for what it is.
Oh yeah. I
mean, so the game does sparse the evolved form. Like that deserves some form of credit.
I still do think that there should have been some quality control on the artwork that was going in, because there is not consistency on it. Oof.
That is, yeah. I know. I totally agree with you on that. Like, there is such a gulf in between. Like, even that Dunstaraf is actually quite good, but then you compare it to like some of the ones we've been like consistently giving out about in this game, and you're thinking like, yeah, like some of them are just really bad.
That fat fairy bug from the beginning, I can't think of its name.
Chubug?
Chubug, yes. It looked awful.
There's certain ones that look really, really poor, and I think it's because like some of the actual other ones like look really well, and they're really good ideas in a sense. So it kind of maybe like just overshadows the rest of them a little bit. I don't know.
No, it definitely is. Some people put more effort. You know, there's definitely like here's the 10-year-old drawing it, and here's the 6-year-old drawing it, and they're both going into the game.
Yeah, we have to be fair. We have to be fair to the bigger and little brothers.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So no, the game is good for having plenty of choice in it. Oh, get out of there! Right, get out. Why would you stay?
Yeah, why did I stay here? This is very odd. I think I'm just trying to.
I think it's not going to end well for you.
Really is. Well, I think I knew what. I think I've probably just like pressed the wrong button and said, right, shit, let's just adapt. let's try and roll with the punches here. But yeah, fair.
Or maybe it was you didn't want to eat a hit going into the fight.
That's maybe I don't know. I am just pretty much doing the whole fighting with fire nonsense now at this stage, because it's the only one that was fresh. Fresh and like relatively modestly leveled as well, I think it's fair to say.
I hope you had a grinding session soon after this, because this is
in about
hate it all.
7 hours, sure.
At about 7 hours, so you have another.
No, as in like in about 7 hours
of,
time. Trust me, I bluff my way through until the end. Until I go, right, I actually do need levels here.
Right, okay. So again, what happens if you try to go down south through Theo's door? No.
Same again, I think you just get kicked out, as far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as I know. Like it's certainly not the case that like there's a secret item there you can nick. Like it is a gym. There's no niceties here. Like.
Yeah. Okay.
So now it's a.
No. I am looking forward to you getting further on into the Zelda games, and a big part of me is wanting to get you to get through Ocarina of Time sooner than later.
Yes.
As great of a game that it is, there are some moments in some of the other games that are fantastic. That oh no, he joined us.
We are. Like this gym is meant to be done in teams. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, though. We could have chosen to do it on our own.
Really?
Yeah. If you wanted to, you could have done it by yourself.
Huh. I mean, he was so helpful all the way through.
But to be fair, like he is far more level than we are. So if anything, we're going to be relying on him in this one. Well, we do carry our own weight now. In fairness, because like again, we get like we get that extra stat boost for being the protagonist.
Yeah.
So this is our 7th gym leader. As you can see, he actually has the Mega Evolution Stone and the staff, which I think is a cool design. So
what Mega evolves from what he has?
I think he's got 1 or 2 possibilities. I think it depends on which one activates first. It's weird.
Okay.
Because I think he's got a mixture of Pokemon in that, like, he's got like some dragons and some ice types. So it's again like it's very kind of contextualized for where he is on the map. So like it's kind of much like the drama gym. It's like, well, these are all like Pokemon you can catch from like around the corner, you know?
Yeah.
So nice in that way. It's a nice idea in that sense. Because like it kind of makes you feel like, oh wait, you are actually part of the map. By the way, Ampharos paralyzed everybody there with that. I've never seen it happen before.
Good. And
now we
wait, Gavarul isn't part ground. I thought he was.
No, he is pure steel.
Just pure steel.
Pure steel, yeah.
He keeps disappointing.
In fact, like the gas thing is, like by taking the rock aspect off him, it's actually made him better. But like, yeah, I see your point. Oh well, he's gone now.
Yeah. Now, does Theo have something good with him as well, or?
He does.
Oh, this is we saw this guy's pre-evolution before.
Yes, I think we may have fought him before. It's oh, there you go. Job done.
Yep. Happy it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's a. I probably have mentioned it before. He's a poison fighting type. So.
Yeah.
He's a handy little number here to get done, but and quite a lot of bulk actually. Now that I see it, quite a lot of HP there.
We probably won't survive another hit.
More than likely, but sure, fuck it. When in Rome. And there we go.
Yep.
I do believe I said this, but Andorind is the ice ground type, so it's quite effective in this regard. Yes.
Ouch. Okay.
But much like all ice types, they are easily gotten to, like really easily gotten to. It's not even funny.
Yeah. How many does Theo have with him?
The full 6.
Really? So this is essentially a 6-on-12 battle?
Pretty much, yeah. That's exactly it. But that's also why, like, the gym battle is actually the levels are actually quite a little bit above what they should be. So, like, yeah, it is expecting you to take the crutch and use Theo as your buddy. But of course, as I said, you can't do this on your own. But you'd have to have been like well ahead of the pace to make it work.
Yeah,
you would get swept.
Or would you have been given a different team if it was 1v1?
No, you would have just had the same. You would have had the same 6.
Okay, ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch. And what's Blue Balrog's ability again?
It is poison something along those lines, isn't it? I can't remember.
Poison touch or?
I can't remember. I don't think it's any decent to be honest with you. I don't think it was that good. Because it's like main benefit of using Bubble Rog is the special defense. Like he just takes hits so fucking well.
Yeah. Oh Christ, we are going through team members fairly quickly.
Really are, but happy days, sunny days are here again. Let's check this shit out. I think we're gonna sweep these 2 bastards.
Oh, lovely.
There's one gone.
Yeah.
And this could go as well. Oh yes, sir.
Oh, lovely.
That bird is glorious. Pokemon
glad we added. Glad we added it in. It's basically Talonflame again.
Oh god, yeah, but like done well. Oh no, sorry, that's not true. Like done like as in like just it's not. It's still broken.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But if you're wondering what the Mega Evolution on his team is, James, I think you can hazard a guess.
It's going to be Ampharos.
You are correct in that assessment.
Or unless Fafninter has.
There's your answer.
Okay.
And again, like a unique sprite for Mega Ampharos. Someone made that. I'm very impressed. I'm not gonna lie, I actually quite like Chimaconda's back sprite.
Yeah.
It's
can't remember what his front sprite looks like.
It's the kind of like the lion-ish, dog-ish type of body. Oof. Thunderbolt with the Mold Breaker is not good news.
No.
Not having a good time.
I never really tried to use Mega Ampharos.
Oh, it's good. It really is good.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It's just the novelty of having a special attacking Mold Breaker, and the sheer fact now that like with the dragon typing as well, it does have like a lot of resistances. Okay, granted, the fairy thing does impact it a little bit, as does ice, but for the most part, like what you're gaining with the resistance to water and fire and that, like it does work. It really does. And again, it's a special attacking pole breaker. You can just knock fucking lumps like discharge, like dragon pull, rock gem. Fuck, you can just throw lumps. If you want to do signal beam, sure, but like for the most part, you're sweeping a lot of shit around with Ampharos, you know.
And yes, none of us tried to bring Ampharos to our Gen 6 or Gen 7 battles.
Well, mine was I used up Ampharos in Gen 2.
Is right, you did.
Right, and to good effect as well, in fairness. Ampharos in Gen 2 is just, if not better, than the fucking potential one you can get in Gen 6. Oh, this is Nuclear Eevee, by the way.
Now, is it going to ignore him half the time, or is it actually
good
well trained?
I don't know. It's a very good question.
Maybe we might not get to find out if at this rate.
This is it, like. But yeah, Nucleon is essentially the same as Sylveon ability-wise. Basically has like all normal type moves turn to nuclear, you know, which makes it pretty fucking broken.
Do you think that should be all the evolutions' ability? Though, if I would like to see that retconned into like there being a pixelate for all the types. And it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense on Eevee since it's as interchangeable.
You see, I think that's what I'm trying to think now. You see, I think for like the for the original three, their abilities work fine because they're like for the most part, like static for Jolteon, water absorb for Vaporeon, and flash fire for Flareon. They suit those really well. You could definitely make the argument for Espeon and Umbreon because their abilities don't suit them that well.
I'm trying to remember, it's synchronized and something else. Inner Focus,
I think.